Hello?
Hello, Zana. Sorry, I wasn't sure if if it was up. Um, can you see the presentation on the screen now?
Yes.
Okay, I see the camera's not. I just quickly want to turn off the share and just retry because it's not showing everything. Let's go share sound. Eastern. Okay, let's see. There we go. Okay. So the next question I'm going to ask now, Zana, is how do you think Easter celebrations differ between countries?
Well, right now, really hard. So, I never celebrated Easter by other countries' ways,
Mm,
but in America and
mm,
in not my country, they hide eggs, so it's interesting.
mm.
I
Yeah.
never experienced it, and I don't know. I don't know.
Mm. Maybe, um, maybe the food is maybe different, or in South Africa, we don't, Easter isn't a week long. In South Africa, Easter for us is just a Friday, so we get the Friday off of work. It's a public holiday, and then it's Saturday and Sunday, and then Monday is a public holiday as well. For us in South Africa, so it's much shorter.
No.
Yeah.
We have only Sunday. I maybe other families have a week, but I have only one day, and it's a
Ah,
weekend.
weekend. Okay, that it's quite interesting. Again, the other person that I did a similar class with, she said that for them it's a week long and they go to church every day for a week. So it's very
Yeah, it's
interesting.
because
Mm,
every family's
mm,
um history is really long. I have a classmate with a surname that
mm,
comes from 1652.
mm.
So it's already 400 years old.
Mm. Yeah, that's very, very old. That's very old. It's like I think I maybe it's not the country, but it's the family. It's from family to family that it's different.
Yes.
Um, Zana, I just want to, can you see me? Is my camera on?
Yes.
Okay.
What's wrong?
Because I can't see you. Is your camera maybe off?
Oh, I forgot to turn it on.
No, I'm just making sure it's not my camera that's I didn't maybe press something. I just want to make sure that it's on. Um, but okay, that's fine. Thank you, Zana. So, next question is, if you could create a new Easter tradition, what would it be?
Um, Plant an Easter tree
An Easter tree. And what tree would you plant, Zana?
with flowers.
Flowers.
Yes.
Mhm. Do you have a flower in
Oh,
mind?
who?
A flower. Do you have a flower in mind? What
Yes.
flower would you plant?
Maybe magnolia.
Okay, magnolias. Are magnolias, aren't they trees?
Yes, they are.
Oh, they're very pretty. I think I know what they look like. You get them in pink and white, I think. Maybe.
Yes, but there is also a purple. It's
Mm,
more unique
that's very
and
unique.
rare.
Okay. Do you think they smell nice? Because I don't think I've seen one before.
No, you don't. We have a lot of them. Not a lot, a lot. And
Mm,
they are not naturally growing there.
mm,
But recently, a week ago,
mm.
I've smelled two, pink and white, and they smell with jasmine or a green tea.
Oh, okay. Jasmine. I like the smell of jasmine. But that sounds lovely because sometimes because it's spring, Easter is a spring holiday. You often smell like the sweet flowers. So I was wondering if they didn't smell sweet maybe. So that's very interesting. Okay, so let's go to the next page. Okay, so this is a long question, Zona. But this question is, do you think Easter traditions are changing in younger generations? And if so, in what specific ways have you noticed these change in terms of customs, participation, and overall significance?
Yes, I do think they change because can personally see it on my example. I My grandmother, as I told you, she has a list of preparation to Easter, and
Mm,
I'm lazy enough to not even do an Easter bread. So I just go to my grandmother and eat Easter bread
mm,
from her. So I see it changing and becoming lazier.
mm. Do you think your grandmother's recipes are they very special recipes?
It just takes 2 days to make a
Oh,
gingerbread.
okay. So
It's
it's a
quite long time.
yes, it's a lot of work. And the customs, do you follow the same customs as your grandmother at home?
What does customs mean?
Customs is like almost like traditions. It's very similar
Oh,
to traditions, yeah.
no, it's not same. My
Mm,
grandmother, which lives near to me,
mm,
she just go to church. But my grandmother that lives far away from me goes
mm,
to church for 5 hours
mm,
in the morning. We had to wake up at 5 a.m.
mm,
to go for the morning
that's long.
5 hour long preparation. And I think it's also changing in religious way because I'm not that quite religious as my grandmother, so I don't even go to church.
I see. So you won't go for 5 hours in the morning.
No, thank you.
Okay, I understand. That makes sense. Um, and my other question is overall significance. Do you think the Easter is changing in younger generations with overall significance?
Yes, it's not that significant anymore, and
Mm,
you can choose between celebrating it or not because in the past, that like 100 years ago, it
mm,
was significant because you don't celebrate Easter.
mm,
We have some. Um,
mm.
I should translate it because it's specific word.
Would you like to try and explain it, maybe, Donna?
No, I
Mm.
already translated it. A
Okay.
spirit, a special spirit that come to us in the farming seasons. And
Mm.
if you didn't celebrate Easter, he will destroy everything you have grown. So
Um,
it was necessary.
Okay, but now farming, everyone doesn't farm anymore. So they're not worried maybe about their crops being damaged, maybe. Or people just don't believe it anymore, maybe.
Well, maybe some really religious people that I've seen believe, but it's really rare exemplars.
Hmm. Okay. That's very insightful. Thank you, Zona. See, I'm also learning about your traditions now. Okay. So my next question, Donna, is what are the social pressures to travel long distance with family during Easter?
Mm, I'm not sure I understood the question. So, what is social pressures uh, to travel with family,
Long.
which is on long distance from me,
Mm.
or I travel with them on long distance? And is it still related to Easter?
Yes, so it is related to Easter. So the question is, um, you or your family, if you were maybe not living with your family and you had to travel long distance, what would be the social pressures for you to travel far to see your family for Easter?
Well, some people will judge me, not me, but my family, because
Mm,
my family traveled far away from Ukraine.
mm,
And some people don't like it because they think you live here
mm.
or you don't live.
So,
And it
yeah.
would be a social pressure, but usually people just help you to travel to your family because they understand how hard it is to leave your family.
Mm, yeah, that makes sense. Okay. So then I'm going to ask the next question. It's connected to the first question. It's similar. So the next question is discuss the impact of major global travel during the Easter period on air and road traffic.
Major global travel, like,
Mm,
because there is a historical moment that's called the same. Is
mm.
it like a global travel in our days?
In our days, yes. So we could talk
Ah,
about international travel, like flying internationally for Easter, but we could even talk about traveling in your country for Easter. For example, in my country, a lot of people, because it's a long weekend, they go on holidays during Easter.
well, it does impact the entertainment because more people travel than usual,
Mm.
and the tickets become more expensive.
Mm.
It's not really good for me personally, but it's also um 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 like spread out the CO2. Are you good at chemistry?
Um, sort of. It depends. Are you talking about the carbon dioxide from the
Yes,
engines?
carbon dioxide.
Yes, it's not good for the environment.
Yes. So
Yes. Okay. Do you think the roads are more dangerous during Easter because more people are on the road?
yes, there could be possibilities.
Okay. Okay. So
Mm,
let's look at the next question. And the next question is, how does social media showing off perfect Easter celebrations affect family stress?
I think it's not affected in a good way, only if
Mm,
it's a reference for your Easter
mm,
and it's not really pressuring on you. But I usually don't watch such content because it's not interesting for me. The preparation, how's it? Woman with 5 kids on her shoulders, preparing 15 foods and cleaning our house. Not really satisfying.
Hmm. Okay. Do you think they give a false idea of what Easter preparations are?
Now, actually, this is how Easter preparation are,
Mm.
but in traditional way. But right
Mm.
now, I don't think people are religious enough to still make this, not for content.
Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Maybe they just do it for the video on social media. Okay. Now, let's see what the next question is going to be, Zana. So, the next question is how should leaders use the spirit of renewal to promote community service?
What a spirit of renewal.
So, spirit of renewal, I actually have I made a note here. Spirit of renewal is the feeling of a fresh start or a new beginning. This,
And is leaders is like presidents and
mm.
government, or what leaders?
Leaders, it could be. I think it's more probably government. I think it would be government. Because we don't do royalty anymore. I don't think there's royalty nowadays.
Oh, they could use it for. I'm not sure that this at work, but stop smoking since that year. Yay.
So no smoking for that time.
Yes. No
Okay.
smoking, no drinking, no anything that they could think of.
Okay, that's very interesting. Let's think. What else could they do? Use the spirit of renewal. What else could they promote with Easter?
East. The start of spring, something echo,
Hmm.
like grow a tree, start your
Hmm.
um farmer season year with a tree.
The tree. So every year that someone should plant a tree, which would be very good for oxygen, um, for the world. Oh, Zana? This is me. Let's try and just put my hotspot on. Okay, let's see. Zana, Zana, are you still there? Hmm. Let's try end it and start it again. See.